Okay, this is my wife's bike. It's a nice bike. It has, I think it's, what is it? Altus, Altus derailleurs, but they're Shimano. And she complained that she couldn't reach the brake levers easy enough. So of course I had to switch those over, which meant that I had to switch it to XT shifters, and I wanted to put matching XT derailleurs on it, but she made me stop. So it works good. It's not XTR, it's not XT, but you know, it does its job. And it works pretty smooth. Oop. There we go. Let's start from the top and shift it one at a time, see how it sounds. Let's try the front derailleur. She doesn't use it that much, but oh, that's good. The front derailleur works pretty good too. Like I said, it's not XTR, but she usually keeps it in the middle of the ring all the time anyway. And the rear brake just has a standard, I think it's a Tektro rear brake with Avid levers. And that works pretty good. I put a brake arch on it. I got one mango colored because my wife likes orange. And basically that's pretty much it. There is one thing though. I put these lizard skin chainstay guards on both our bikes. And she just kicks hers around and it gets shoved back into the rear cassette, so I'm just going to go ahead and take that off because we don't really do any kind of crazy riding anymore. Well, my wife never did. I used to. But this can go ahead and come off because it's not helping. And if you can see that this end's chewed up where it's been jamming into the rear cassette. So I'm going to go ahead and pull that off. I'm not going to really bother pumping up the tires right now because that's something that I'm going to do right before we go riding anyway. I got standard stator valves, so we can just get those filled up anyway. There is one thing I do want to do. I don't know how clearly you can see this, but this front stem, just around this way some. See, I had to put that riser on it because the handlebars were too low and it was uncomfortable for my wife. So I got these riser bars that had a bit more rise to them, and the ODI lock-on grips. And she wanted bar ends. I told her that that's a mountain bike faux pas to run bar ends on a riser bar, but she wanted it, so I did it. I don't like this though. She's actually got a bruise on her belly from where she's bumped her belly against it. So don't tell my wife, but I'm going to switch that over. Let me show you what I'm going to put on. I've got this. It's going to go right down here. It's going to have about the same angle, but it's going to pull the handlebar back a little bit and make it easier on her. So, but don't let my wife know. She told me that I'm not allowed to change her bike anymore. She tells me that make sure that pivot's good and tight. That every time she rides it, it's something new, and she just can't get used to it. So I kind of told her I was going to do this, but she's like, "Oh no, don't do that." Well, anyway, I'm going to loosen some bolts and get it ready to go, and we'll turn this thing back on. Since this is a threadless stem, and I don't want to be really uncool and have it fall apart, I mean have the whole fork fall out, I got it sitting on the floor. So I got the handlebars off. I put this back on just to keep the bits together. And now I'm going to take this riser off. I hope I got enough spacers on there. Because if I don't, I'm just going to have to put the whole thing back together again. Where's that rubber mallet? There we go. That's loose enough. That's loose enough. Oh, I know what's wrong. Duh. I didn't take the cap off. Beat the crap out of it. Got to take the cap off. See now, is there a retainer down in there? Yes, there is. Well, there's your problem. Ah, you know what? I gotta make sure I can find a top cap. I'll be right back. I've got a top cap. Well, let me go ahead and get back to work on this. Sounds like it's got it. There we go. Now let's see if this will fit, or if I'm screwed on spacers. I'm screwed on spacers. Daggone it. Let me see if I can find another spacer. Alright. I found enough spacers. So, pull that off. Pull that off. I'm going to put the little ones on the bottom. I said little ones on the bottom. Why? I don't know. Just because I think it'd look better. That's friggin' perfect. Right there. Okay, let's make sure that's good and solid. Solid. Yep, that'll work. Okay, eyeball that straight. Now I'm going to run this bomb through. I didn't tighten them down. Not all the way, not yet. Okay. Just want to snug them. Because I'm going to do a final check once I get this all put together. I want to make sure my wife's bike goes down the trail straight. Of course, it might be worth a laugh. Let's see, laugh at my wife's expense. What would a wise man do? have a laugh at an Italian woman's expense. I want to make sure everything's just right. Well, I never claimed to be a wise man, but I ain't that stupid. Okay. Now we'll go ahead and put the handlebars on. Got space that goes on the inside. Yep. Of course, it takes coordination to do this kind of thing. Oh, almost dropped it. See there? He would give me hands. I caught it. Alright, let's get some of these bolts in quickly before I drop everything. Make sure they're straight. Don't want to cross thread them. Now I've worked on bikes for a few years. I was a bike tour, official tour mechanic, which meant I had to carry a bunch of tools and spare parts with me. But I used to be a pretty strong rider, so it was no big deal. In fact, on that tour, I ended up riding back and forth, you know, up to the front, down to the back, round circles. Ride up ahead, ride back, make sure everybody's okay. And then there was the bike tour leader that also checked on everyone. Then there were times like at night, we would have, he'd be in the front, making sure the trail's clear. He had a, there we go, very bright headlight on his bike. And I was in the back because I had a very bright tail light on my bike, making sure there weren't any stragglers, or if anybody had a problem, I can catch them. Get them back on the trail again. Okay, let me run these bolts on in. Now again, don't tell my wife. I'm wondering if she'll notice. I'm sure she will. She'll be like, damn it, I told you not to change anything. But honey, try it first. Try it, you like it. Didn't cost anything. She'll like that. Yeah, I did it for you, honey. That kind of thing. Okay, before I give it a final snug, before I tighten it down all the way, I want to make sure everything's lined up. Just going to run these in. Oh, poop. See that? That's just loose. Don't want that. heck? There we go. Which makes me a spacer short. Daggone it. See if I can find some more.